She graduated from the #1 top university in Singapore and US, and she turned all that away, and now she is in the alcohol business. So what's her story like? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our second Gen Y Netpreneur sharer for tonight, Josephine Chong.
Hi everyone, and mabuhay to all my friends around the world. So thank you, Skipper, for your introduction. Yeah. So like just now, Skipper mentioned, yeah, since young I'm a bookworm. Yeah. So I study and I enter into National University of Singapore quite smooth. Yeah. And as you know, or if you have heard before, NUS is one of the I think a top 15 university in the world, so it's not easy to get in. So, and I study food science and technology. So after graduate, also very smooth. Then I immediately can get my Singapore permanent residence pass, the PR. I think Skipper, you also know, is not very easy to get. Also, some of my friends queuing for years. Yeah, so I'm considered quite lucky. So I actually started to work as a chemist, work inside the lab, and it's one of the top US company in flavors and fragrance industry. So here start my lab's life. I work from 8 to 10 p.m. every day. Why? Because not because of money, because I'm someone very dedicated and very passionate into what I do. Last time we spent time in core curriculum. So after school, we have no more group or curriculum to join. Then I put all my time into the work. But after a while, I realized, is that the life I want for the rest of my life? Really, every day after work, I come out already so dark. So I don't think that is the time, that is the life I really want to spend the rest for my life. But that time I was thinking, what else I could do, a youngster, we are thinking, oh, maybe I can study another thing. I'm thinking maybe to go Australia to study nutrition again so that I come back and be a nutritionist. But I actually just pay back the loan of my university study already. I don't think I want to have a loan again and then have to pay the debt all over again. So I think maybe no, I don't want to take the loan. And then the other option I was thinking, it was very popular at the time, for youngsters to want to open our own cafe. So I thought I was very smart. I go and take up a diploma in baking. Yeah. So I actually spend money again and complete the diploma of baking. But after finish the course, then I'm asking myself, can I immediate start a bakery or cafe business? I don't think so, because I don't have a capital and I also don't have any experience. And it's impossible if you ask me to quit my chemist job and become a baker. So I was stuck again because I'm not sure what other changes I can do. So until 2009 January, there was a beauty camp. Yeah. So I was introduced by my senior, high school senior, William. Yeah. He actually never shared with me anything about Alcon, and I also don't know what is Alcon. I don't know much about network marketing. So then I just joined, just because I really would like to become more beautiful. I want to learn about the beauty knowledge. I want to know how to cure my skin because I have poor skin condition because of long-term exposure of chemicals in the lab. Yeah. So you see this my picture. Joining the first beauty camp of Alcon in 2009. So that was the time also I fortunate enough to meet my mentor, Mr. J. I remember very clear, he asked me, Joe, are you happy with your life now? If you are given a chance to go back to 10 years ago, will you choose the same pathway as you choose? I go and I think I'm not very sure because I don't even know that I study science correct or not and then end up working in the lab. Then he asked me another question. do you know if you don't make any changes now, your life 10 years later will be same as what you have now? Is it really what you want in your life? Then I'm puzzled. I go back and think whole night, can't sleep. But I know in the bottom of my heart, the answer is no. I seriously don't want to spend my whole life in the lab, every day from 8 to 10, and you can't even see the sunlight because after work it's already so late. So I know the answer is no. And I told myself, since I'm interested in nutrition and I really like the product of Alcon, then why not give it a try? Even if I fail later, I don't think I will have any serious loss because I still have the product, I still benefit from the product. So that's how I start to learn how to share, start to learn from the Alcon system education, share with my friends surrounding. And my skin also improved a lot. And yeah, if you can see from the screen now, and I also won the Best Transformation Elisa Award in 2011. Yes, that is how amazing is the product that I benefit from. Yeah. So, but after a while, even though I achieved travel also right in the first year, but I start to think, I start to feel that I need more time freedom. I want to have more improvement. Because when I was working in Singapore, you see, I work until 10 o'clock, right? So I don't have much time left. So that is the junction I was thinking, I should make changes again. So do you know what do? I go to the immigration office and cancel my PR. People are thinking PR is so difficult to get, right? I go and cancel, and I go and quit my job as a chemist. And I moved back to Malaysia, Johor, southern part of Malaysia. Do you know what job do? I start to work as a sales to sell soft drink to grocery shop. That is a very big difference compared to a chemist work in a lab. And for someone who already stay in Singapore for 8 years, I already don't know how to speak Malay. And after I get my license, I never drive actually. So I have to start all over again. I need to learn how to drive, pump petrol. I also don't know. I asked my upline to teach me how to pump petrol. Yeah. So I have to buy the map to be familiar with the road, and I learned how to do sales. So that is how I learned, and I think I'm also very brave. Maybe that time my family are not really supportive yet because they are thinking I must be crazy, They grow me until I enter into NUS, and now I quit and come back to Malaysia. But I know that the direction I'm heading to is correct. So I learn and I really spend my time in the field work. I go and expand the Malay market. I visit the clinics or schools that I don't know. Door to door, I go and do laundry fitting, and I build my Malay customer network. So I achieved also 5-figure income that time, and I also turned to full-time that time. So, but after a while, I also it's time for me to think that I want to make some changes again. So this time I actually decided to move to KL. Why? Because I feel that, KL is the capital of Malaysia. And it's also bigger opportunity for me to really meet more people around the world. And because there's also more expats there. And I also do sales in the medical line so that I can expand also my social network. Yeah. So that was the time, I start to think that, it will be good. And I finally can start to be closer to the wishes that I want to expand my global market. So, so I think if you ask me why I love to expand the global market, is because since young, I really love to travel around the world. So I even have a dream, I want to be an air stewardess. But but yeah, but if I am a air stewardess, actually I still need to work when I travel, right? So I was thinking, you know, when past few years when we have an upgrade in the plan, I feel that it's a golden opportunity now for me to really start to expand my global network. Yeah. So I start to follow my mentor also because he's the one who first want to march out of Malaysia and start to explore the network. Yeah. So at the beginning, my mentor,
Oh,
Mr. J,
so
actually he
moving on to the international market, what's it like to do business?
what is the difference and the challenge, right? Yeah. So I think it's very different compared to what we are doing in Malaysia. You know, a lot more traveling and you have to start everything from scratch because, for example, I first follow my mentor, Mr. J, to Thailand first. So we don't know anyone there. We really just do some online recruitment from Facebook or try to get connected with some of the leaders, and then we just go to Bangkok like that. Yeah, and we don't know the Thai language also. I remember we still need to get a translator, and I also go and learn some basic Thai language. Yeah. So, and after that, when Mr. J start to expand to Philippines, yeah, that is where I start to work with him together and slowly build my network in Philippines. You know, unlike Thailand, Singapore, and Taiwan, which you with the MRT you can reach everywhere, right? Philippines is very much bigger relatively, and of course the cities are all scattered. So in the photo, if you can see now, this city I visited called Baguio, you know, so out of the Manila airport, I need to spend 8 hours on the bus itself in order to reach the small town in the mountain. And if you see the picture, yeah, I took the bus, yeah, and we have some activity. And if you see the picture, I circle there, it's actually a leaflet manually pasted by the leaders there, you know, just to invite people to join our event, join the talk. So they really do very basic things. And compared to here, I feel like we are very much fortunate because if you look at the picture just now, we are just having the talk at an open space. The surrounding is just stone and cement, and we just have few simple chairs. And there we go to start talking to people, yeah. And yeah, the leaders only have a simple paper to talk about the product and the event. And yeah, and just now in the photo also, I found it very cute. The leaders told me, you know, since they don't have an office there, and they have no fixed place to meet up or do review. Do you know how they do? So they tell me the gathering point is under a tree. So I really found it very cute and very, very touched. And I feel so blessed, you know, here in Malaysia and Singapore, we are close to office. We have so many facilities here, right? Yeah. So yeah, so that is just part of the field work that I do there because Philippines is so big. So I actually focus just in certain area, and my mentor, Mr. J, he focused on some other areas so that we can work more efficiently. Yeah. So of course, thanks to the company support, we also have some bigger activities that is organized in Manila. Yeah, like in the picture now, you can see we have some of the boot camp. We have sometimes also organize some beauty course. But what amazed me is also their spirit, and the leaders there really borrow power from the activities. You know, there are some of them that because of the boot camp in Manila, they have to fly, they have to drive, or they have to take the bus, you know, for whole day. You know, one leader, they have to drive 3 days, 2 nights non-stop from Davao just to reach Manila, you know, to bring the downline there to borrow power from the meeting. Oh my God. When I heard that, I'm like, I can't believe it. You know, they are really very persistent, and their fighting spirit is really, really, really amazing. So I'm blessed enough also last year we have some small achievement, even though some of them maybe just join for just 2 weeks or less than a month, but they managed to fight full force just because of this campaign to come to Malaysia. So if you are from Malaysia, you must be thinking, are you kidding? People fighting to come from Malaysia. Yes, they are. I'm really touched. Even some of the leaders there, they actually do their passport for the first time because they have never been out of Philippines. And when they come here, they ask me, seriously, Joe, you mean Malaysia? There is no typhoon, no earthquake, no volcano. It's not flooding here. I say yes, it's really true. So that is so much fortunate we are, and we have around close to 40 leaders complete their Malaysia campaign and visited Malaysia, and around 9 leaders who were awarded on the international award night itself. So I'm really proud of their fighting spirit. I also would like to use this chance to thank the Outcome Global Malaysia Management, like Miss Anna Wong, and of course the leaders here like Nicole's mom, the 3-star Diamond, Miss Mary Lim, because they really help us a lot, and in terms of the training, let the leaders to have a better understanding for the company. Yeah, so I'm really, really blessed. Yes. So after that, if you ask me, what do I love the business most and why I stay here so long? I think it's because of the culture and the people here, the team spirit that we can build together, and of course my mentor. Because beginning I mentioned, since young I'm very active in the core curriculum. I'm the chairperson of the choir. Even in university, I can spend nights and nights, not on the studies, but on the curricular activities, because I'm dedicated and passionate on what I'm doing. But after graduated, we have nowhere to really dedicate our passion to. That's why you see I work from day to night, not because of the money, just because of my passion. But no matter how much I love my colleagues or my boss or my subordinate, we will still live. We cannot stay forever. But in Outcome, in here in the platform, I really find it all. We really fight together. We play hard together. We travel together. It's really very, how to say it? It's really very different. It's where I find that I can dedicate my passion to for a lifetime. But at the same time, I have income as well, and I'm expanding my business as well. And of course, also because of my mentor. Last time in work, no matter how much I admire my boss or how much my boss wants to cultivate me, but I cannot work for him forever. But now, in this platform, we see people following the mentor for 10 years, 20 years, 20 over years. Yeah, like I stay here also because of the mentor, Mr. J. Why? I call him my life coach because, the things he teaches, not just the business itself, but on a lot of management, emotional, even have to improve my relationship with the family, how to talk to people, financial planning, family planning, all sort of things. Yeah, is already out of the business already, and we are just like one family. And why I love this platform so much, of course, is also because it's a platform that is fair to anyone. So even I have a lot of leaders, they join later than me, but they can do faster than myself. They can excel better than me. They can grow bigger network. Yeah. So if you can see some of the photos here, of course, I enjoy free travel here to close to 10 countries like China, Japan, Korea, Yeah, and And last year, I think what is the most enjoyable things is when you are traveling with your group together. So we have close to 10 leaders who joined the Turkey trip together. So it's very enjoyable journey. And of course, during the journey also, we also learn a lot of things through different leaders. I still can recall I was in the same bus with Nicole and the mom. And although we may not see each other often, but they treat us just like the same family. So really thank you very much. And of course, another small achievement by my team also, before the lockdown, yeah, they around 11 or 12 of them already qualified the Aten, the Greece campaign. So that is why I say it's a fair platform that everyone just can start at the same time, and even your leaders can excel faster than you. It doesn't matter, because I really see that it's a platform for every ordinary people to become extraordinary. Yeah. And yes, I think now this is the third month of we are affected by the pandemic, right? Yes. So at the beginning of the pandemic, yes, some of us, especially the Philippine leaders, they are indeed affected a bit by the lockdown. Why? Because Philippines is so big, like I mentioned, right? And most of the areas there, their internet connection is not so well, and they are not familiar also with online banking, all these things. So I really appreciate our Elcom Global Philippines management, our SRVP Ms. Pang, and also the sales head Gigi. They help a lot in terms of supporting new solutions for payment and logistics to help our business to go as normal as possible. And and many of them, some of them maybe like 40s, 50s, 60s already. They're really not familiar with the Facebook. They are not so well versed, like just now Nicole sharing, all the Facebook marketing. They really don't know. So, but they also learn, and they don't know what is Zoom. They try to install, they try to download. They don't know how to do live, how to do video. They also try their best to just follow, just do simple videos. So I am really very proud of them, because and I feel fortunate that because of the lockdown also, it helps to accelerate the digitalized process. So everyone is trying to do something, even step by step. But it's definitely also making our relationship closer, because initially I'm supposed to fly there in March, but because of the lockdown, we cannot move, right? But because of the lockdown also, I take the opportunity to have the Zoom meeting weekly. So like just now you see in the meeting, in the picture, we have meeting frequent, and it actually helps to close up the communication as well. Yeah. And yeah, and why I think it's a golden opportunity now is because seriously, I keep telling my leaders, we are the pioneers to this 45 countries global platform. Before the pandemic, we are very fortunate that Elcom Global already have the system ready to 45 countries. So I keep telling and reminding my leaders, I even read the 45 country one by one, and I'm really very glad that, now I hear from them that they have inquiries from the countries like Bahrain that I've never heard before, and they have already managed to recruit or share with their friends in US, UK, Dubai, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore, so many in the world. And even there, they are not very digital savvy, but they can start to build a global platform. And I believe if you are one of the Generation Y or Generation Z who are watching this video with us, I believe you can do even better. So cherish this golden opportunity and trust that this is the right time. And we are the pioneer to really march to the global platform. Yeah. So of course, before I end, I really love to thank my senior upline, President Lee Kwang-boon and Yi Fei-lin, they are really, really very supportive, beginning of the year, even though there is a volcano eruption close to Manila, but they say, never mind, they still want to go and support the activity. I really, really appreciate them. And of course, thanks to our Alcon Global 001, Mr. and Mrs. Francis Chia. Without their wisdom, we will not be here today and we will not be duplicate to our leaders. And last, of course, I would like to thank my life coach, Mr. J and Sister Valet, because without them, I will not be here today and I will not be who I am here today. So once again, thank you very much for everyone who is watching. And don't miss out this chance and trust yourself that this is a golden time for you to start to build your global network. So thank you very much, and I will pass back to Skipper.